In this video, we're going to go through a complete step-by-step guide on how to get your real estate license in the state of Maine. Let's dive right into it. My name is Chris with the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate, personal finance, and building your real estate empire. Before we get started, I do want to offer you our free guide. It's called How to Get Licensed and Start Your Real Estate Career. Everything in this video, plus more, is inside that guide. So click the link down below and grab it today. So the very first step is meeting some very basic requirements. After all, I don't want you to go through this entire process if you can't actually get licensed. So first things first, you have to be 18 years old or older, and you must have a high school diploma or its equivalent. Step number 2 is all about completing your real estate pre-licensed education classes. Now in the state of Maine, you're required to complete 55 hours of state-approved pre-licensed education. Now keep in mind, these classes have to be state approved. You just can't go take these classes anywhere, and they have to be approved by the state of Maine. If not, you're going to waste a lot of time, and they're not going to accept these credits to be able to go and use towards getting your license. Now, you might be saying 55 hours is a lot of time, especially if you have a 9-to-5 job right now, or you just have other obligations in your day-to-day life. And yes, that is true. 55 hours is a lot of time. But the good news is you have options to take these classes in person, or you could take them online. Now, if you have a busy schedule and you just want to get this done at a really convenient pace or even as soon as possible, then I would suggest checking out the online options. So if you want to check out the school we recommend, there's an affiliate link down below where you could check them out. Once you click that link, it's going to take you to this page. So once you click here, you're going to also find some different sales and discounts on classes, but I'm going to walk you through the different classes and the options that you have. So first things first, you have a couple different options here, and it really depends on what you're looking to accomplish and how much additional support that you need. So for example, the Ultimate Learning Package, 55 hours of the state-approved pre-licensed course, but you also get other things. So simulated exams to help you practice and pass. You also get flashcards. You get a readiness assessment to really gauge if you're ready to take the exam or you're not, which is really good. You also get some other things like audio review guides and live interaction with a real instructor, which is nice. So you can ask questions and really push through this process a lot quicker and make sure that you're really learning the information that you need to learn. But if you don't need all that extra support, there are some other packages here as well that you could check out. So it's really designed to be a fit for whatever needs you want, which is what I really like about this school, is they have a bunch of different options, and it really depends on what's best for you and your particular situation. Now you might be wondering, what are you actually going to learn in these 55 hours of class time? So you're going to learn a lot of different things. One thing is real estate law. Another thing is types of interest in ownership and property. So joint tenancy, tenancy in common, what that actually means. These are things that you're going to run into in the field when you're a real estate agent and you're asking questions before you list property. You're also going to go over, general home ownership, legal descriptions, titles, liens, taxes, encumbrances, appraisal situations that you might run into, finance, closings, and the professional code of ethics, which is very important when you're practicing real estate. So all in all, you're going to learn a lot in these classes, and a lot of real estate investors just go take the class because they want to learn more about general real estate. And you're going to learn a ton of new things, and that's why a lot of people really love going through this course, because it does help you get a good fundamental understanding of real estate, and you're going to learn things that you can apply in your day-to-day life moving forward. Now, once you complete your 55 hours of state-approved pre-licensed education, you're going to have to pass a test in order to qualify and get a 75% score or higher. So that's why it's important to pay attention in class, ask questions, and make sure you're digesting all the information possible. And that's why these other things like flashcards and exam preps and simulators exist, because they want to give you the highest chance of passing that exit exam. Once that's done, you're going to move on to step 3, and that's actually passing your licensing exam. Now, the exams are done by Pearson VUE, and you're going to have to basically do a couple different things. First things first, you want to double down and study. I would suggest studying for at least 2 weeks in advance, because a lot of people do fail this exam the first time around. Now, I do have another video linked down below that will give you all the tips and tricks in order to pass this exam on the first time around. But all in all, what I would suggest is that you study for 2 weeks, time block 2 hours a day for those 2 weeks, and go through test-like simulations, use flashcards, and do all the things that I mentioned in that video, and it will give you a much higher chance of passing. Once you're ready to take the exam, you're going to want to schedule it with Pearson VUE. Now, Pearson VUE is going to require you to schedule the tests in advance and get on their calendar. You can do this by going on their website or giving them a phone call. Now, I will link the website down below so you can check that out and get that scheduled when you hit that point. From there, you're going to be required to bring 2 forms of basic identification. This can be something like a credit card and a driver's license or a passport, but you need 2 forms of identification to go into the testing center on test day and take your exam. Beyond that, you're allowed to bring a basic non-scientific calculator to do the math portion of the exam. You do have time to complete the exam. Most people finish the exam early, so definitely don't rush through it, because if you rush through it, your odds of failing are much, much higher. Now, you do have to get a 75% score or higher in order to pass the exam. There are 2 portions of the exam. You have the state portion and you have the general portion of the exam. So basically, one is about law and one is about the generalities of real estate. You have to complete and pass both exams. If you fail one of the exams, you can come back and take that portion of the test. And if you fail both, you have to come back and retake both. Step number 4 is completing your background checks. So you're going to be required to complete a background check with fingerprinting in order to get your license and submit your application. They do this to make sure that you don't have anything on your record that may prevent you from getting your license. Now, if you do have anything on your record, like a felony, that may prevent you from getting licensed, then I would highly suggest calling the board and seeing if it's something that they're going to be able to approve, or if this is just a waste of time and you should not do it. Again, you want to get clarity on these things before you invest time, money, energy, and resources into going through schooling if it's something that may hold you back in the future from getting your license. Step number 5 is applying for your license. Now, you're going to take all the things that you've done up until this point and use that to apply for your license. So first things first, you're going to take your certificate from your pre-license education that you completed with a passing score. You're going to take your completed and passed real estate exam from Pearson VUE, and you're going to take your completed and passed background check and fill out your real estate license application. You compile all this data and you send it in, and then you're going to wait about 14 to 21 days in order to hear back with the approval for your license. Now, keep in mind, you have 1 year to do this. So from the time that you pass your exam, you have 1 year to get this done. Now, obviously, if you went through all this process and you're doing this at a fast pace, you probably want to get this done and get your license much quicker than 1 year. So this probably won't become an issue, but it's definitely something that I wanted to bring up in case it's something that you're going to put on the back burner. The next bonus tip I want to give you is selecting your sponsoring broker. Now, you might be wondering, like, once I get licensed, what do I do next? Well, you have to select your sponsoring broker, because when you get your real estate sales license, you're going to be required to place it under a brokerage, under a broker, and basically get them to sponsor you so you can start selling homes and making commissions. So all in all, you want to check for a couple different things when you pick your sponsoring broker. The first thing is if they offer mentorship, because many new agents just don't know what they're doing, and it's tough. It's a hard business, and there's an 87% failure rate. So you want to avoid that failure rate if you possibly can. Beyond that, you want to ask more questions regarding what kind of mentorship they offer, what kind of splits that they offer for their agents. And last but not least is, how are they going to help you market and grow your business? Are they going to provide you leads? Are they going to provide you training? Are they going to provide you anything? Some brokerages don't. Some just offer a very low split every month, and you're kind of on your own. So these are very important questions to ask. And if you want to check out more of our videos, we have videos about how to select your first brokerage as a new agent. So make sure to click through and check those out. If you like this video, smash the like button, because it does let me know that you enjoyed the content, and it encourages me to make more to help you grow. Beyond that, subscribe, because we have more content coming out for real estate entrepreneurs. So subscribe so we can stay connected and we can send more content your way. Thanks again for tuning in, and you have an awesome day. Thank you for watching the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate and entrepreneurship. So if you like that kind of content and you haven't subscribed yet, smash the like button and subscribe. And before we go, there isn't a video over here that we think you'll like, so be sure to check that out as well. Thanks so much for tuning in, and you have a great day.